Hello. Welcome. Wait.
Alright, sound speed.
Action.
Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of You Grind. I have here.
Jose Ponce.
And who is Jose?
Jose is a Mexican American resident of the East Bay for the past 30 plus years.
East Bay. 30
Yes.
years.
Yes.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about your childhood.
Well, a little bit of my childhood. I came here from Mexico. I was brought here at the age of 2 years old. My parents were already here for quite some time. My two older sisters were born here. I was one of those lucky kids that got a residence card without having to do anything. Yes, because it was just that easy back then.
Easier.
Easier, way
I don't think
easier.
it was easy. It's never easy, but it made
Easier.
it easier.
Correct. So I've been here since the age of two.
Okay.
Grew up for my first 6-7 years in the state of Nevada.
Okay.
Had a brother that was born out there, and then we moved out here to the Bay Area.
Okay.
I think in 81, and pretty much been in the East Bay since 1981. As growing up as a teenager, was pretty rough. Was a lot of the gang stuff going around in Richmond, in the San Paulo area. So it was rough. It was rough. But one way or another, found how to make it through it.
Did you stay away from the gangs, or you joined the
No,
gangs?
unfortunately, I was affiliated for quite some time.
Okay.
It was what I thought at the time that was pretty cool. Turned out to be some pretty rough experiences. But at the time, it was pretty much you go to one side or another. If not, you'll be bullied and picked on, and in my case, I had a lot of older cousins that were already in it, so kind of made it easy for me just to kind of walk that way. But it was rough. It was rough. Lost a lot of friends. A lot of
Like
family.
literally, or like?
Literally, I lost a lot of friends due to the gang violence. A few cousins. So it was hard. It was hard.
What officially helped you get out of it?
You know, we in '94 there was a big riot in Richmond High. It was a racial riot. It was Latinos against African Americans, and it was big. It was chaos. It looked like they were filming an action movie right in front of Richmond High. And there was a gentleman brought in as a game mediator, a conflict mediator. And the first day that he got there, I was one of the first ones that he approached. And something just clicked about him that this man helped me find my way out and find my ways in a lot of different ways.
Would you say you look like, were you like hard, or were you not so much? Or?
No. I was not one of those hard knucklehead ones. No. I was, but not like a few others. No.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, it was rough. It was rough. But this guy just helped me through it. Yeah.
Okay. Did you need a male figure, or he just kind of saw you like nobody else did and gave you that chance, or?
You know what? I think it was a little bit of both. Him himself, he was a gang member back from the early '80s. So I think he kind of understood my position at the time and understood where he was coming from. I think that was what more did it, just
Okay.
because of his experiences and the fact that he was able to put together about 130 students that took part in the riot, to have a barbecue all together at Point Pinole Regional Park without without security. It was
Yeah.
him, two other folks, and that was it. That's how he made people
Unite.
unite. I don't know if it was his energy, his words, but out of all those people that took part in that ride and that were at that barbecue that time, I remember that everyone just would listen to him, and like not just listen, but pay attention.
Yeah, the charisma.
Yeah.
Yeah, the charisma.
So you know, ever since then, I clicked with him. We used to hang out on the weekends. We used to go hiking. He's into you could say a medicine man. So he does a lot of
Herbal stuff.
herbal stuff. Got into that, and yeah, I mean, he's helped me in a lot
Is
of
he
ways.
still alive? You still
He's
talk to
still
him?
alive. I still talk to him.
Oh, that's beautiful.
He moved out to Red Bluff,
Uh-huh.
and I could go out there sometimes, and we'll spend the night out in under the stars and just mediating and just connecting with our inner selves.
Yeah.
He showed me not just how to. He didn't show me not just to get out of that lifestyle, but he showed me how to meditate, how to be more connected with Earth, with Mother Nature, with a lot of good things. Yeah.
That's good. Are you like that on somebody else's life?
I try to encourage. I'm also a certified massage therapist, so I kind of that's part of I
Okay.
kind of combine. Sometimes he'll make oils for me, and I always use his medicine on my clients. But yeah, I always like to encourage.
Yeah, that's a badass connection you made there.
Yeah.
Lifetime.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Beautiful. I don't.
Oh no,
I'm a sucker for those kind of stories. I love it.
No, it's one of those connections that I'm thankful for every day. Every day.
Unbreakable.
Unbreakable, and it's not just with me. He's part of like the family because he's helped a lot of my family members.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like he's family.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yes, it's just a connection that I'm really grateful for, and yeah, for sure.
I love that. I love that for you and for anyone. That's a beautiful connection. I want to experience a connection like that before I pass.
I would love for everyone to have a connection like that.
Yes.
Because
Other than God.
Other than God, of course.
Because that's as a human.
Yeah, that's totally different.
Yeah. But yeah. Okay. I'm glad that you made it through, that hard time.
Yeah, thanks. Me too, really. Because I was I think right before he got there, I was in the darkest part of the tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
And it was still some darkness to walk through, but at the end I saw light.
Do you believe in aliens?
I do.
Okay.
I do. I'm
You are an alien.
I could be. Definitely will be an alien. I'm a type of person that I do not believe in where you like in the middle. So yes, and no, yes and no. But definitely I will lean more towards the yes. I think there might be some walking within us. To be honest.
Yeah. And so I had I don't know, and I've had a yes they are, but they're demons.
Yeah. Elon Musk is one of those.
That's what I said.
I mean, he was making connections with his people when he was on TV. I mean, yes, I do. I believe in other life.
Any supernatural experiences or stories that you might share with us?
Yes. Back to this gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
So, it turned out to be that the reason why the connection was so strong because he's what you call in Spanish a curandero.
Curandero, yes.
Which
I
is
know about
a medicine man or a spiritual man.
Mm-hmm.
One day in school, I started talking about my first cousin, which is my prima hermana. She got sick all of a sudden. She will get pains in her back that would literally will make her drop to the floor and just unbearable pain. She went to the doctors. She went to the doctors. She went to the doctors.
Nothing. No
Nothing.
answers.
No answers. No answers. All they kept giving her was painkillers.
Right.
No answers. One day out of the blues, I don't know how it started because I don't remember, to be honest. I started conversating with him about my cousin. And she was ready to leave in Mexico. My grandparents had a huge family, so I had a lot of uncles and aunts. And they all came together and they all put in some money because they were going to take her out there and you know, to different doctors, you know, see what was
Find
going
some
on.
kind of cure or something.
Right.
Yeah.
So I told her she was going to leave. And I had to talk to him about what the things that she was feeling and this and that. And I don't know, that's when he said, you know what? Tell her not to leave. Tell her if it's okay if she will allow me to work on her. And I was 17 at the time. So, you know, I was still thinking, I didn't think as of course, a young adult. I was thinking as a little teenager, blah, blah, blah. So I really didn't, you know, kind of really pay attention to him. So the day she was going to leave the next day, I remember what he said. So I told my aunt. And then my oldest sister said, well, you know, there's nothing to lose. Why don't you just go?
Yeah.
He lived here in Pittsburgh at the time. So, because I was the one that made the connection, I went with my aunt and my cousin and my mom, and we drove to his house in Pittsburgh. And as we walked in, you know, we talked a little, and then he said, okay, how about Jose, you and her come with me to the back room? And as I walked into the back room, I instantly felt the powerful, just the vibe. Like, so I look around and he had all kinds of crystals, a dried eagle. I mean,
Real eagle?
real eagle, just, you know, dead, dried.
Yeah.
All kinds of just statues and rocks and crystals and stones, and it was just amazing. I mean, you could just feel the energy in that room. Anyway, we sat down and he had me ask her questions, and I answered the questions, and then she said that she had something to show him. And keep in mind, I was 17 at the time. I was not a believer of a lot of things. And of course, you always know that there's good and there's bad. So as she shows him what she had, it's a picture of her and her husband, framed with nothing but black lace around the picture, with four pins stuck in the picture, right where she used to get the pain.
Yeah.
And apparently, she found that picture in her husband's mom's house. That really didn't like her. I mean, I was like, you know, I didn't know what to say. So that's when I believe that there's evil. That there's people that can actually do negative things to a person. So apparently, this lady was doing bad to my cousin, and that's why she was getting the pains that she was getting. We went 3 times to go visit him. After that 3rd time, like, my cousin never had nothing. To this day. Yeah. To this day. Mm-hmm. So it's crazy, but it's just true story. What I just said. And ever since then, I'm a believer. One of the reasons why I always wear this here. This is in our culture. This protects you from negative energy. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's unbelievable that there's that much evil out there.
Mm-hmm. Could be as simple as somebody not liking you.
That's it.
Or somebody wants to cause some kind of harm towards you, and they get something that's yours, your hair, whatever, and boom.
That's all it'll take.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I just at the same time he said that as he helped her, my cousin, he was helping the person that also
Did it.
did it.
Yeah.
How I don't know. That's that only he knows how. But
Normally, the person that does the wrongdoing gets some kind of bad karma. Normally.
right, right.
So,
So I'm just grateful that that I spoke up when I did it, and then he was able to help my cousin because to this day, the husband's mother loves her. They have a really really good relationship now, and they're so together. So it's like, wow, wow, you know.
yeah, I don't even want to imagine, like, if,
I can't even know where to start imagining. Like it's like,
Right.
wow, from doing so much harm to like caring about the person,
Right.
being there for the person. It's like, whoa,
right. Because it's hard to do that when you don't like somebody.
right,
To be nice
right,
and not like someone,
yeah,
it's like the biggest no-no for me.
right. I mean, but yeah, just true story.
I believe it. But I'm Mexican too, so.
So you believe it?
So, yes, definitely. Okay. Normally people don't share stories with me about that. Normally they're like, yeah, I believe it, but I don't have any stories to share.
Oh yeah.
So, good, good. Okay.
I have just a really quick funny story. I was 12 years old at the time. We were in Mexico because we used to go every year for the fiestas.
Yes.
And there was going to be a dance in the next village over. And of course, I was, growing up and wanted to have a little girlfriend. So of course I jumped in the truck with older guys and didn't even ask for permission. And I went to the dance and had a blast. But then I don't know when they left. So they left.
They left without you?
They left, and in Mexico, from a village to a village, it's just literally pitch dark.
Yeah.
Because you're in the countryside. So I had no other
Right back.
so I had to walk. So as I'm walking, I'm starting to hear the crickets, the frogs, and I'm starting to get a little scared. And then back then it was no pavement; it was all dirt roads with gravel and rocks And the next thing you know, right next to me, I just see a green light. Oh, shit.
You hear a green light?
A green light, just a green light right next to me, just whoom. Oh, I freaked out. So I'm walking faster, and then I see one more, and then the second one. Oh, I started running as fast as I could. Within the first 30 seconds of running, I fall. I scraped all my leg. And then I see another green light, and another green light. I'm like, oh, no. I took off running so fast. I make it into the entrance of the village, and they're all there, the ones that I was with, and much more guys.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm all cut up, and I'm all scared and shaking, and they're like, "What's wrong with you?" So I'm like, I just saw. I couldn't even talk, and I started laughing. So it turned out to be those little flying things that I don't know what they're called in English. In Spanish, we call them lujembras. They glow.
Okay.
I thought it was aliens right behind me. And that was
Was
just,
it them punking you?
No. It was like they're like mosquitoes, but they're not mosquitoes. But the tail of these insects, they glow. They turn on. I don't know.
Fireflies?
I think that's what they're called, but I had never seen it in my life before. It was
But
the
they
first
don't
time.
really glow that dark, right?
No. You see an actual light in the dark. You'll see.
I think those are fireflies.
I mean, they
glow
they
that
glow.
dark?
They,
Okay.
Their tail glows on and off.
Okay.
On and off.
Yeah, no, exactly.
I thought it was aliens ready to abduct me. I was like, what the?
Fuck.
But you should see how they made fun of me when I got there.
Yeah,
Because they knew what it was. Of course,
they're from there.
Oh my God, I will never forget that. I still got scars on my knees because of that. I mean, I fell pretty hard.
Yeah.
Over
ground?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a little flying insect.
You were young. You were alone. It was dark. You were panicked.
I definitely panicked. I panicked.
I would be scared as hell as well.
Yeah.
I'm already scared of the dark, so. Man. But, so they were just chilling still out there?
Oh yeah, they were just chilling out there listening to music. Well, it was just the fiesta. So usually the guys don't go to sleep till late now.
Yeah. Did they know who you were? Or?
Oh yeah. Everybody knows everybody in the
And they
village.
just left you just because they could?
Well, I just jumped in the back of the pickup truck. I don't even think the driver, which was one of my cousins, realized I was back there. See, because the way you do it in the village is people just jump in the back of the pickup truck until it's full. Some people ride in the bumper, just holding on to the. But it was still fun.
Yeah.
I don't regret it.
You're like, every time I look at my leg, I remember.
Yeah. Another one that happened to me, I was already 17. This time when we go to the fiestas, we went for Christmas. So a tradition that they have out there is like a lot of the younger guys and some of the older men, they'll go hunting like a week prior to the 24th of December for a rabbit, for possum, yeah, believe it or not, and for raccoon.
What the?
Me, I've had rabbit before prior to this, but I had never tried a possum or a raccoon. Anyway, so
I'm from a ranch, but we never ate that. At least not when I was around.
well, here's the thing: you wouldn't eat a possum from a city, or a raccoon because it's just you don't know what they carry. But when they're out in the wild, it's pretty much it's you don't have that risk of them having.
Right.
It's. But yeah, I didn't know either that people
Eat that.
eat that. So I went a couple of days prior to the 24th with them hunting. I was just there just for the walk and
For the fun. For the experience, yeah.
I wasn't allowed to shoot any, or I didn't have anything to shoot. So they had a big pile. So come the 24th of December, the tradition is you spend the time with your families, but after midnight, most of the men
Yeah.
get together what they call the four corners, which is by the entrance of the ranch of the village. And they'll drink music till it's almost daylight. But they also have a feast, and they also they'll bring something for everyone to eat. So what they had was birria, but with the three, with possum, blah blah blah.
Oh, yeah.
I had never had it, so I tried it. Loved it. I pigged out.
Okay. Nice.
I pigged out. The next morning, when I woke up, I get to go dressing, and then as I'm putting my shoe on, I feel the biggest thing on my toe. So I shake my shoe, and big old scorpion comes out of the shoe. So it got me good. It got me really good. Within minutes, I started feeling like
Oh, it bit you.
it stung me. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it just stung me good. It put all the venom in me.
Oh,
Yeah. So within
Bless
minutes, I'm feeling like like my throat is closing up. I'm sweating. Keep in mind, this is the village. There's no doctor in the village. So they had to rush me to the nearest town
Yeah.
to get a vaccine, for the venom. As I'm, and the worst part is that freaking scorpion got away. I wasn't even able to kill him. Those things, they walk. They don't walk. They run.
They're fast.
They're fast.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how fast the scorpion was to that day when I saw that thing. As soon as I shook the shoe, that thing. So I'm getting really sick. I'm feeling numbness throughout my body. We get to the doctors.
You had to drive somewhere, right?
Yeah, it was
Like-
about a 15-minute drive.
Okay.
From our village to the nearest town.
Yeah.
As I'm in the clinic already just waiting, I started feeling a little bit better.
With no shot or anything.
No. So then they take me to the back, and as I'm in the back already, everything that I was feeling was kind of just wearing away. So I get the shot anyway, just to be on the safe side. But then the doctors started asking me, things that I've eaten, blah 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 blah. So as I told them things that I ate the day before, so it turned out to be because I pigged out on the possum meat and the raccoon meat. That helped to neutralize the venom because they're so rich in minerals
Yeah.
and antioxidants. It's crazy. No one ever knew. So possum or the raccoon, one of those, saved my life.
Wow.
That's how rich they are in minerals. Their meat. So it helped neutralize the venom. I was like, what?
How long would you have had it if, if
I remember them telling me because there's 3 types of scorpions out there. The one that got me is not the deadliest one, but it's the next one, so about half hour.
you
before.
would have?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Now, see, that was years ago. Now each village has
Unique.
each village has like a, we could say like a nurse, but all the
Oh,
emergency
okay.
stuff, all the emergency vaccines and
Yeah.
and pills that are necessary instead of you having to drive. Yeah. But
You
yeah, that's-
almost died.
I almost died. I almost died twice.
Okay.
Just last year, I was in a coma for 4 days. I for picking out, for eating too much.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. One time it saved my life, and the other time it was going to take my life. We were celebrating my brother's birthday on a Thursday. Sorry, on a Friday, and my mom made again a typical dish, birria, which I love, but beef. No, none of the other stuff. So I had dinner with everybody, which we had dinner about 7:00. Then I had a couple of beers. Around 11:30ish, I had me another big fat plate, and I'm Mexican, so I love spicy.
Yes.
So my mom made a spicy green salsa. I made a spicy red salsa. So, well, of course, throw a little bit of both in there. But I had already had dinner, and then I had 2 more plates really late night after a few beers. So I left literally right after I finished eating. I was staying with my sister at the time. I get to her house, brush my mouth, and go straight to bed. Big mistake right there. I was full. I felt full. So I guess I fell asleep. I don't remember. This is what my sister tells me. Because to be honest, I really still don't remember exactly what happened. But apparently, I woke up gasping for air. I guess a really bad acid reflux came up, and it was making me choke. And my sister says that I was just knocking stuff over because I couldn't catch my breath. So I guess all of a sudden I wanted to throw up, and instead of it going out, it all went into my lungs. So I literally instantly collapsed. My lungs shut down, and I collapsed. And my sister freaked out
Yeah.
because I wouldn't respond.
Yeah.
And my younger sister and her husband live and this, it's a big house, but it's split in 2. They stay out in the front house, and my other sister that I was staying with stays in the back. They have no kids. They go out every weekend, literally every weekend. They love partying and drinking.
Yeah.
And for some reason, they didn't go out that weekend. I guess that was just how it was meant to be. They didn't go out, and my sister was shouting for help, and eventually my brother-in-law heard, and he says that he told my younger sister, "I think your brother's hitting your sister or beating her up." And I guess that my little sister was like, "Oh, you're dreaming. Just go back to sleep. They're okay." But my brother-in-law kept hearing my sister shout for
Freaking
help,
out,
and
yeah.
so he went over there and he saw that I was down, and he did CPR. he was able to bring me back. 911 was on the phone telling him what to do, and he had to do compressions for, I don't know, they say about over 5 minutes because I wouldn't come, I wouldn't respond, and right before the emergency service got there, he was able to. I guess I took one gasp, and then I just collapsed again, and they were able to take me in, but they had to induce me to medical coma for 4 days. And yeah, it was rough because if you ask me,
Yeah, something like.
thanks. A lot of people say that I made it to the entrance because all I remember seeing was really big white clouds and water, and just kept thinking about my kids, my parents. And yeah, this happened to me for thank you for eating too much
And going straight to sleep.
and going straight to sleep. And yeah, I was in the ICU for 11 days.
Shit.
Yeah. So I see life a little different. I've lost a lot of weight because I don't eat the way I used to no more. I'm still mentally, I guess, not there.
Yeah.
I don't even like to feel full anymore. So ever since then, I think I've lost about 40 pounds. And it's rough because there's days that like if I eat really late, like I don't want to go to sleep.
Right. Right.
It's going on a year, but it's still
Oh, this happened last
emotionally
year.
and mentally, yeah,
Ooh.
yeah. It's still haunting me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's kind of been hard.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. But
So
yeah,
once you go through something traumatic like that, it's hard to recover.
it is.
Yeah.
It is. Sometimes I'll eat and I don't even enjoy what I'm eating because there's no spice on it. Because I'm trying to stay away from spice,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh boy. But it was hard. It was hard because I guess Kaiser allowed my sister. My older sister was the mayor of São Paulo last year.
Mayor?
Yeah.
Nice.
So I guess she was allowed to do prayer there at the hospital,
Yeah.
and they gave them this room, and they said there will be over 40 people at Kaiser praying for me, all family and friends. Yeah, it's like, it's when you hear all these things, you're like, that there's people out there that care, that they love. Yeah, it was a hard experience, really hard. Just all I could think about when I woke up was my kids. Yeah, but I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I was given another opportunity. And yeah, I'm taking it day by day. Thanks. But yeah, definitely grateful to be here.
Yes.
For sure. Prior to that, I never took medication, and now I carry a bag of medicines with me. Right now, I'm taking like 6 different type of pills and 2 different inhalers. They told me it'll be about a full year for my lungs to be back to where they were.
Oh, yeah.
There's times so if I walk a lot, I'll get a little bit of wind out.
Gotcha.
But there's still really small particles that actually come out. Like if I cough really hard. Yeah. Yeah.
Like of your insides or like?
Of all the stuff that went in my lungs,
Uh-huh.
not all of it is all the way out yet.
Oh,
You could say about a 85, 90%. But sometimes if I cough really hard and phlegm come out, you see really, really small particles.
holy. Because all of the food that was in your stomach went all
all
over.
into my lungs.
Oh,
And like I said, I had 2 massive plates.
yeah.
I mean, I'm a big guy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm-
What was it? Was it good? Was it, like
it was what we call birria.
birria? Oh, okay.
So
okay,
it's
yeah,
one of the traditional Mexican dishes, and
Right.
I love it.
Right, right.
It's
And
usually
a
made
little pozole.
with beef or with goat.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll take either or.
But going to assume that your diet is different now. You probably eat the same, but not as much, or you gotta like keep it healthy. Like what?
No, like I was mentioning, I'll eat whatever, but if I ate a hot dog before, now I eat half a hot dog.
Oh, okay.
So I cut almost everything by half, which the doctor told me is not healthy, but it's just mentally, it's just.
You're not, like you said, you don't even want to see food, right? Like that's how bad it is.
That's how bad it is. Like I said, I mean, I know that I'm still hungry, but I will just stop at a certain portion, knowing that because my height and my body, I know I need to eat a little more, but I'd rather not.
Right. Shit.
Yeah. No, yeah, I've lost 40 pounds, and that's just because I'm not eating, the way I'm supposed to. And before, my dinner was always like 7, 8 o'clock at night. And now I wish I have dinner before 5:30.
Yeah.
And if I get hungry at nighttime, what usually I do? It will be a cup of water or 2. That's it.
Yeah. Well, I hope you get half the appetite back someday.
I hope so,
Eventually, you know.
because I sure do missing out on eating my 10 tacos.
Exactly.
No, you know what?
Exactly.
Honestly, one time that we were driving to Mexico, I had 21 tacos.
Whoo.
And I was...
The little ones, or
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
But still, 21 tacos. I was
That's pretty badass.
19.
Yeah, yeah.
But that was nothing. My cousin had 24. Same day, same tacos, and they were pretty good tacos.
Yeah.
No, they were small tacos. But yeah, that was an experience. And like I said, it's I value the air I breathe more than what I used to prior to that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I come out you guys' way a lot to do for fishing. I'm a fisherman, and I'm out here all the time during the summer.
Okay.
Maybe one day I'm like, hey, you want some fish?
For sure. For sure.
Yeah,
What is it about fishing you like?
fishing taught me patience. My dad told me when he started taking me out, like, you're very impatient. You gotta be patient. You gotta be patient. You gotta be patient. And he told me one day, he's like, fishing is gonna teach you patience, and it sure did, because I remember when I first started, I wanted to cast out and I wanted to reel it in 3, 4, 5 minutes within. Didn't even wait to get a bite. And next thing you knew, time went by, years went by, and I'm there just being patient. And I think that's where I learned patience from. But I like, of course, the fish, because I like to eat fish. I love fish. But it's just, when you get out there, and me personally, it's like, for a moment, you forget about
The world.
everything else,
Yeah.
and you're relaxing, you're communicating with your inner self. You're just you and your fishing pole, and just for a moment. But it's nice.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course it's back to reality. But for a moment, I think it gives you a peace of mind. I think that's what the most that I love about fishing.
Mm-hmm.
Just that moment.
Yeah.
And especially when I go out with my son, it's just like, especially when it's just him and me. It's like those moments that you keep with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And especially after what happened to me. So yeah, every time I get a chance with my kids to build a memory, it's treasure. But yeah, they definitely showed me how to be patient. Yes.
It's definitely such a dad thing to do, though. Fishing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
My fondest moments were with fishing with my dad. I didn't really get along with him much, but if I could get one more chance to go fishing, I would go fishing. I wouldn't even have to say it. I'll have my whole family there, and we wouldn't even have to say a damn thing.
Yeah,
That's all I want. I want
just
that
fishing.
warmness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
If I could have that, that's
Yeah.
what I want.
See. Yeah. So right now, I just I'm one of those persons that I feel for humanity.
Mm-hmm.
And there's days that out here because of all the chaos that's happening with all the illegal people.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's hard. It's hard, and it's just like, this country's built of illegal people, and it's just so sad that some people just don't see it. It's this economy wouldn't be anything without not Latinos, every illegal from the world, which is they're from everywhere.
Right.
Yeah, this country wouldn't have the economy it has if it wasn't for every illegal person that's out there, and it's hard because you see this the way that certain ones are treated, and it sucks. It sucks, and I'm one of those persons that I feel for just for humanity, and it saddens me sometimes to a point where I'm by myself just asking the men upstairs to change things and tearing.
What keeps you going, though? Other than being forced one more day or
Right.
being blessed with one more day, what keeps you going?
The will to be there the next day, to try to be there for my kids, first of all.
How many do you have?
I have two that I know of. No, I have two kids. A boy and a girl. My daughter is 17. She's a smarty. She likes good grades.
Mm-hmm.
She'll pull her hair if she gets a B. I wish my son was half of that. My son just turned 14. He's not too much of a school lover, but he knows he has to, so he tries. But my daughter's been doing God bless my daughter. She's been doing regular high school and junior college for 3 straight years now.
Both?
Both. She started in her I'm lying to you, 2 years. She started in her sophomore year.
Mm-hmm.
She's going on her 3rd year. But literally from Monday to Friday, she would go to school, get out, rush home to be logged in online for her other classes by 5:30. Every day. On Saturdays, she would jump on the bus to go to Laney College for on live every day. She's been there for going on 3 years. I'm like, how could you do it? But it paid off. She has a scholarship now.
Nice.
And she is going to be going to Santa Barbara State.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So she's like, oh, Dad, is there anything you can do to speed up this time? I want to be gone already. Like, no. Is there anything I can do to slow down the time?
Yeah.
So yeah, she likes school. So yeah, I have
A bit of a scholar. We
Yeah.
have.
Yeah. Her this past year, her lowest grade was A minus. Yeah, everything was A. I'm like, man, you definitely didn't get that for me. Definitely not for me. Well, whoever you got it from, I am grateful. Yeah, I think my highest grade in high school was a B.
Highest grade?
Yeah, I was straight across the board, C minus. I was horrible in school.
Yeah, that's passable.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I told her, you know what? Don't stress off of a B or an A. A passing grade is a C. A good grade is a B. An excellent grade is an A.
Right.
But if you have C's, I'm fine with that. No. Okay. I think the only class I had an A in high school was PE.
Hey, some people fail that.
And
Okay.
some people failed it.
All right.
You know, I was ready. I would change everything. You ready to do some sports and some running and oh yeah. But yes, yeah. No, I told you my life is a roller coaster, or it has been. Lately, it's not been a roller coaster.
Peaceful, I hope.
Peaceful.
That's-
Yeah. It's been a kiddie's roller coaster.
Nice.
Not an adult's roller coaster. But yeah, I've had oh god yeah, it's been a hard lived life.
What about career-wise? Where are you at in that area of things?
Well, again, I'm certified in massage. I learned massage from my mom. My mom was La Sobadora from Mexico, which it's the where the folks go if you strain a muscle or you sprain a muscle. My mom even knows how to do a specific massage for women if they can't get pregnant. And honest story, but it's some people believe it, some won't. To this day, my mom still gets a present every Christmas for the past about 27 years now from a couple that they tried and they
Couldn't get pregnant.
even the doctors couldn't help her. And someone told this lady about my mom, and she went and my mom massaged her 2 times, and within a couple months, the lady was pregnant, and they have a family of like 4 kids. So what it is apparently is that there's something down there in women that it's not in the right place.
Yeah.
And if it gets treated with a massage and you move it to where it's supposed to be, then it'll happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just thought it was interesting that a lot of people used to come to our house and my mom used to, massage their legs, massage their ankles, their backs, their wrist. So I used to watch her, and then one day she started me massaging her feet, and that's how I started. So just kept massaging, and then when I graduated high school, next year I went into National Holistic Institute in Emerville and got certified.
Nice.
So I'm certified massage therapist, and I've been certified for 25 years now. But I've been doing it for about 33 years.
Okay.
So I think I'm pretty good at it. I haven't had a complaint yet, so
You've done it for 30 years.
yeah. I think I've helped out a lot of people. Of course I get paid, but what really pays me is when I see that relaxation when they get off my table or off my chair. That I see that smile in the person's face. That's what really makes me happy right there. And yes, so far I think everyone that I've touched, I've helped.
Nice.
So that's my career, massage therapist.
Gotcha. Okay. That's going strong.
Yeah, especially now. Back well, let's see. What was it, about 10 years ago, maybe? You hear about massage therapy, everybody thought it was something sexual. No, massage therapy is actually something therapeutic that can really help. If you was to give your body a full body massage, it's like giving a car a tune-up. Even if you feel like you don't need it, if you get a massage once every 3 months for good full body, you'll be much a happier person. There's people that can afford it. I know there's people that can, but a massage is really beneficial, in a lot of ways.
What was your hardest client that you had to deal with, if any?
This is when I was still in school. We had clinic on Fridays.
Yeah.
Basically, we used to, they used to give 50% discount for the public, and we used to. That's how we got our work in. And I had this client. When we're about to start the session, you ask if they want oil or they want lotion. So she told me lotion. So I started with a massage. When I got towards her back, the lotion became like just chocolate. That's how dirty her back was. It was just like mud. It was just horrible. But that was not all. I guess I had her in such a deep relaxation. As I'm stroking her back, all of a sudden, right in front of me. So, we were warned in class about this because the body can get to a certain point where it's just so relaxed that, And so, I had to stay professional. I just turned my face. I didn't even have a face mask on. So, kept going. Okay, so I'm thinking I'm clear, right? So as soon as I turn back, 3 times. 3 times. And what happened? I had to eat it all up and can continue with my massage.
Right.
It's you have to be professional. But it was horrible. It was horrible. I don't know what she had for breakfast. It was bad. It was bad.
You killed me with the dirt in her back.
Oh,
that killed me. Yeah.
And it was just her back because I started with her legs and I think that she just wasn't able to scrub back then when she either showered or bathed, but I got it for her. When I cleaned off the first time with the towel, the towel was just it. And then my instructor, when clinic was over, that we all got back together in the room. The first thing that came out of my instructor's mouth was like, "Jose, how did that go?" Well, because everyone heard the farts.
Did you get rid of the towel? Was she aware of this? Did you Did she know?
No. She wasn't aware of it until. No, she was aware of it because there's the 2 instructors will come in like twice during the session and just peek through the curtain. And when she came the second time, the first time I was working on her legs, but the second time that I showed her my hands, she just kind of went like, and just closed the curtain and just went to the next student. But it's. I'm sure I wasn't the first one that happened to. So
it's common.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, that
Doggy dog world out there.
Doggy dog world out there. Oh, for sure. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of what my life has been.
So oil or lotion? Those are the
Oil or
2
lotion.
questions.
That was the question right there. Oil or lotion. If she would have said oil, it wouldn't have been the same.
It would have?
No.
It would have not.
No. I'm sure I would have seen it, but not like with
To that
lotion.
extent. Oh.
Yeah, the white lotion turned almost instantly black.
Okay.
Yes.
Humbling, for sure.
Yeah. What else can I share with you? I'm a soccer freak.
Soccer freak.
Oh yeah.
Soccer, football.
Football. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Who's your team?
Well, in Mexico, my team is Club America.
America. Okay.
Yeah. It's I believe their colors. I actually have their logo and their mascot tattooed on my shoulder.
Nice.
And I had to put it on my left because it's closer to my heart. The right is a little further. Not just but no, I'm a freak because I've betted my eyebrows before.
You have what?
I've betted my eyebrows before.
Uh-huh.
And the bet when we clash our biggest rivalry. I was 26. I'm glad I didn't lose the bet, but I've betted. I've lost original jerseys, so where they burn them right in front of me.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, I've done some crazy bets. But I was happy I didn't lose the belt with eyebrows because it took my cousin a little over a year to grow his stuff back. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Your eyebrows take a year to grow back?
It took him. Literally,
It took him.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yep.
Okay.
He looks.
Very
he-
interesting.
Oh God. I'm thinking he's probably one of the aliens we were talking about earlier.
Okay. Oh shit.
No,
Okay.
he looks so funny. But yeah, I follow 7 leagues from around the world. Like I follow them. I need to know who's in first, who's in last, who's scored the most goals, who's assists. I was like,
And I have to ask you, Messi or Ronaldo?
oh, Messi.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, by far. At
Messi.
least for me, yeah. For me, yeah. And I played for 19 years.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I played for 19 years, and in high school we took North Coast Championship, so we were the best high school team in all of Northern California.
Okay. What position were you?
Goalkeeper.
Oh, the goalie.
Yes,
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
I played goalkeeper for. a
No
long
pressure.
time.
No pressure.
No pressure.
No pressure at all.
I used to eat pressure. No, I used to love the pressure moments. Oh, especially penalty kicks. Oh, I used to love penalty kicks.
You said you did it for 25 years?
19 years.
19 years.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna assume you were good. You were a really good goalkeeper.
I would say it was about an 8. Well,
An
1 to
8
10.
out of 10. That's
Um,
pretty solid.
Usually anything from my knees and up, I will stop. But because of my height, from the knees and down, it was a little harder for me. The lower balls because of my height. But yeah, I played through high school and then through my 20s, and yeah, we had some really good matches and some crazy matches to where it was fights team against team and crowd against crowd, and it was.
What was the hardest thing for you as a goalkeeper?
I think the hardest is when we put together a team from people that went from here to Mexico, and we participated in the tournament that they do during the fiestas. Because you had all the villages from around, they all they all have a soccer team, so it was like 12 villages participating, and of course you have a lot of girls that go, and I was 22. And we made it to the final. And we went all the way to the penalty shootout.
Yeah.
And this is, for the big trophy, for the championship, and, and everyone's looking like when you go to penalty shootouts, the way everybody comes.
Is that because nobody scored? Or that's
because
just...
we were tied at the end of regulation
yeah.
and overtime.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like everybody's literally, they don't even give you no space to breathe. Like everyone's right around the goal area, and like they don't stay in the seats. Everybody goes down to the field, and everyone's just looking, right?
Yeah.
And
rough.
I think that was the biggest moment right there in pressure.
Because everything relied on that.
Yeah, and I was able to stop 3.
You were able to what?
I was able to stop three penalties. So
nice.
we won the championship.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. Congrats.
Oh yeah.
Felt like a badass, huh?
I felt like a badass. Everybody was buying me a drink in the evening time. Oh yeah, I walk in and people saw me. Hey, good shit, man. Yeah,
The town champion right here.
let me buy you a drink. Oh, for sure. Oh yeah, I remember. I got tipsy for free. That night I didn't spend not $1 out of my pocket.
Do you have a trophy to prove this?
I have a medalla. The trophy stayed.
Medal?
Yeah,
Okay.
the trophy stayed in Mexico with the yeah.
Cool. That's so pretty cool.
Yeah, but yeah,
Okay.
I have 5 medals. Cause in the league here in the East Bay in Richmond, with the team that won, we were champions four times.
Okay.
So yeah,
Congrats.
Yeah.
Pretty badass. And I believe soccer is all year round, correct?
all year. Yeah, I mean out towards Europe, they play even when it's snowing. Yeah. And
Okay,
even
I have to ask though, because there is soccer in America, Mexico, all of Central, everywhere. It's like one of the biggest sports. in your opinion, what country or what region has the best soccer, period, in terms of everything, I guess?
I would say right now, it'd probably be Spain. Right now, England should always be the one in first because originally that's where the origins of soccer come from. But a lot of the clubs, you don't see a lot of guys. It's usually the same clubs that will take the championship.
Yeah.
And Spain too, but in the past years, more of the lower teams have been investing more. And within England, instead of that, you see more of the teams are getting rid of their good players for money. But I would say England and Spain, are the top two, in my opinion.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I don't know much, but what you're saying is pretty valid. And I remember, like, when the World Cup happens, there's some pretty, like, really strong guys, like in, like, Argentina teams.
Oh, yeah. So there's like especially some European countries that they're pretty big guys.
Yeah. So I'm like, that has to play a big factor on.
Like the German team, they have some pretty big guys.
Yeah.
You know, like if you compare like Germany to South Korea, you're like,
Pretty sure that plays a factor on who can score goals or not.
especially if it's through the air, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. But you know, nowadays it really doesn't matter if you're big or small.
It doesn't. It's just,
It doesn't. But yeah, love soccer, and yeah, I think those two countries are the most powerful right now.
Do you plan on attending one match in the World Cup next year?
I sure the hell am. We've been putting my money aside for that for about a little over a year now.
yeah.
I mean, that's like once in a lifetime, and if for us that are here, you know, we're lucky that it came our way while we're still here. So, yeah, for sure. And then with me, we're planning to attend one here and one in Mexico.
Okay.
So, we'll hopefully that.
You ever see yourself owning a team?
Oh
Or-
shit! I wish. Only in my dreams. or a peewee team, a kids team.
Something. We got to start somewhere.
No, it's yeah. Those owners make a lot of money, especially when you have a quality player. Yeah.
It's possible. I believe in you.
Nothing's impossible.
Anyway, any final thoughts before we head out?
No. I just wanted to let you guys know I enjoyed the conversation. It was pretty chill. Thanks for listening to my crazy adventures.
That's what I'm here for.
Cool.
Where can they find you if you want to be found, like on social media or no?
They can find me at Jose Poponce on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah, if anyone wants send me a message if they ever need a massage or anything, of course.
Sweet. You guys, you know where to find him. Thank you for watching. Subscribe. See you guys next time.